Oy, mahal, you're live. Sit properly.
Turn the station off. Turn the station off.
Why the camera is like posing?
Malcolm take this weapon apart. I want to find out his range, power output, how we can
Too
defend
bright?
against it.
Say hi. You have 2 views. You have 2 views.
Well, hey, everybody. We're just testing out the camera. Live feed at 8 o'clock.
What is that?
What? Got everybody coming in?
Hold on. You have 2 views.
Thank you to my 2 viewers. You can tell they're really bored. All the stuff on YouTube they're watching.
Don't do that today.
Hit the carpet, sure. Pillows.
My phone is low battery. Let's see. April?
When, where, how?
Yeah, we're live and there are 2 watching.
Welcome to the Torah House.
Who is watching? Hi to the 2 viewers. Say hi.
Drop a comment. Let us know who you are so we can call you out by name and say thank you for watching our live stream.
We can shout out your name.
And your channel.
Comment down below.
Also, I think our camera's fuzzy.
Because the whole look.
We need to get a better laptop, huh? I'll give you this. If you're gonna dream, dream big.
I always dream big.
You got not have impossible dreams.
That's possible dreams, not impossible.
It's possible, but not on our budget.
I know. Last time you said you're not gonna buy me iPhone 11, but last Christmas.
Promise you, I'm not gonna surprise you this year. Well, I can promise you that.
Even just the box. Just so that's why I
can get a box.
it.
I can go get the box. I'm pretty sure I've got a good enough connection with the phone company. But like, I just want the box. All right. So hopefully we can get some more people in there. Just 2. Well, to the 2 of you that are watching. Well, welcome.
You're so loyal.
You're so loyal. We'll have to do like a giveaway. We're planning on doing a giveaway soon. And she's going to tell you all about it.
Once we hit the 1K subscriber.
No, 500.
500.
Mm.
What giveaway? We will. Let's say that later once our viewers.
We're still working out the details on that.
I'm
But
gonna
we're
get
gonna
my
do.
eyeglasses.
All right, go get your eyeglasses.
My eyes hurt.
Yeah, you've been driving all day. Hold on. I am not the techno-savvy person in this relationship. I can tell you that. I do not know. Hey, at least I freely admit it. Who are the two people that are watching?
Say to our viewers that hello. In
Yeah, I'm trying to
Tagalog.
figure out who they are.
What is Tagalog of hello?
Hello? And they're really cute actors.
You know the Tagalog of hello, right?
Well, yeah.
You know it's kamusta, right?
Kumusta?
Yeah, kamusta.
Alright.
That's the Tagalog. It's kamusta.
There's not too many languages. I speak English, bad English, Spanish, really bad Spanish, and a horrible Tagalog. There you go. I gotcha.
I just
Reach, reach.
I can reach.
You're jumping out of the car 3 times. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. 3 times. Jumped out of the car. That's right. I'm looking at you. You have not been obeying or behaving today. No milk for you. Yes, this dog. That's right. Emphasis on the poopy.
Sounds a poopy.
That's right. That's right. I'm looking at you. Don't look away. Look at me while I'm talking to you. Hey, over here. That's your response to me is to lick your butt? Really? You know, if you have that many devices going on, I think it'll create a surround sound thing over here.
That's it.
We need a computer desk. Anyway.
Once we move into the new apartment, remember we still are.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Not later. We just have 1, 2 reviews. Hello to the 3 viewers. Who are you?
Hello to all 3.
You're so loyal. Comment down below.
Hi, my name is Bob and I like corn. I can just imagine.
Come on, Dexter.
Welcome to what we're like off camera. This is pretty much us all the time.
Yep.
I'm going to laugh. I'm literally going to laugh my butt off if someone actually puts on the comments, hi, my name's Bob and I like corn. I will probably lose 40 pounds just from laughing. It's a challenge to all 3 of you. So which one of the 3 of you is it going to be?
I think we have a winner. This viewers is loyal.
There we go. Yeah, we should find out. Well, they should put their name down below and we'll send them a surprise.
You have 1 Snickers. Chocolate Snickers.
I think it'll be melted by the time it gets there.
Come on.
Come on.
Earlier when I do the photo part, like,
No, no.
I'm afraid. Little, little,
It's a little.
little.
No, it's not my back.
Sorry.
Because I didn't throw it.
Siri, we didn't ask.
You didn't catch it because I didn't throw it.
Siri, we didn't ask your opinion.
Of course. Tell me when you got serious. Hmm?
I'll get water.
Why?
Water. I'm thirsty. Got to get water. Mm. Mm. You're 32?
Oh, it's thirsty.
You're 32?
Yeah. That's what I tell those people that call me and are like, "Would you like to know about Social Security?" I'm 32. But hang up. Fine. It doesn't work. Now you viewers know I drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
In my work, I drink about a gallon to a gallon and a half a day. During the summer, it can be as high as 3 gallons.
Where are you, viewers?
I can't tell it's upside down. You read the thing upside down. You can barely read it right side up.
My phone is here. Wait.
All right.
So, let's tell them why we are going to move to the new apartment.
Do they need just one reason, or do they need like a bunch? Better neighborhood.
No, because some of my friends was asking, why are you moving into the new apartment instead of getting a house? So
Well,
explain to them.
we're getting the new apartment for several reasons. Especially here in the United States, you have to have a certain credit score to be financed for the house. My credit score is there, we think.
It's fair. We are in his
My credit score is
credit
good.
Yeah,
It's
in
just
fair
not great.
condition.
The problem is, as your credit score increases, you get favorable down payment assistance. The interest rate isn't as high. So over the course of the 30 years that you're paying off the house, that can equal tens of thousands of dollars. So we decided to get a better apartment in a much better neighborhood that's a lot closer to my job, and
Close in everything.
it's closer to everything, really. And it's in a much safer part of town, and it's a little further away from the city. So it's just going to be quieter. It's going to be a lot better. Now, is it going to be more expensive? Yes. Yes, it is. But when you figure out the costs of the increase that we're going to be paying versus all the benefits, it's actually worth it, because not only that, but it has a gym, it has a car wash, which in my line of work, my car gets dirty because I park in a dirt lot. So about every 3 days, I have to wash the car. And normally I have to make a big side trip for that. Well, now I can just do it there. The only bad part is they charge us a fortune for this little turkey
Yeah,
shark.
it's so expensive.
Yeah, it's
Imagine,
$400 deposit,
yeah,
and then you have to
in
pay.
just one pet, you have to pay 400
And then I gotta
for
pay
each.
rent on you. I already own
And
it. Like, what's up with that?
$20 per month. But it's fine.
That's fine. Because much
You
of
know
it,
what? It's funny. We get Baxter on the shelter and we pay like $50, and that's it.
but you're fixing to go get groomed soon.
And when we asked to the new apartment how much the deposit of the pet, it's it's it surprised us at $400 and $20 every
Yeah. But we like having a little carpet shark around, so yeah, we'll go ahead and pay it, I guess. So, but as soon as we get the new apartment, we're definitely going to give you a tour.
And once you get a house,
Yeah, for sure, and we're still saving up for the house, so we got that going on. Um, so we're hoping that as the credit builds, because we have a company that we're going through that's helping to improve our credit. If you'd like to know who that company is, drop us a comment and we will tell it to you, but we will not.
it's private.
It's a private company, but they're really, really good. And I've used them before. So I'm returning back to them. So if that tells you how good they are, that should tell you something right there. But also, we're in the process of getting other things done with our finances because soon she'll be starting working. So that will help out with a few things.
Yep.
And so you'll be able to help your family back home.
I'm going back home to the Philippines very soon.
At least 2021 for sure.
2020 could be.
'Cause right now, you can't go to the Philippines.
I know they required you to get cookies, unlike before that you can come and go.
As long as you stay for no more than 30 days.
Without.
So. The age of COVID. Hopefully, it'll be over soon.
And why we move?
Hmm? But yeah, you can't see it, but off camera, we have boxes piled up. We're trying to figure out.
Yesterday.
Yeah. And I'll say this, give her all the credit. She's done all the packing. I have just been working. So credit where credit is due.
Even the wrapping. I do that.
Yeah. We got the bed wrapped up this morning. We got the bookshelf wrapped up for all of our books. Bedroom table, all that good stuff. So I can't wait to show you all the new apartment. I think it's going to be awesome. Also, I expect I'll be much closer to work, so I won't be driving.
And explain to them what is the problem.
These apartments, when we got them, it was the only one that we could get due to the fact that I had been an over-the-road truck driver. So I had no recent rental history. And so since I had rented here before and it was still within 3 years, I was able to tell them, look, I've rented here before, I know the area, I'm very familiar with the policies and procedures, and I left on good terms. And they were able to look that up, and so they rented to me. The problem with this apartment is it's not in a bad part of town, but it's not in a good part of town. It's kind of in the middle. They got bought out by a new company shortly after we moved in, and the maintenance is hit or miss. They have been doing a lot of improvements. I will give them that. They put in a new roof, they put in new electrical panels, new wall sockets.
You know what
And
I
they came
don't
in
like
and-
in this apartment because the friends, instead of call you that they coming, they just tell us that they gonna come in this day, in that hours.
Yeah, they just
You know,
walk
they
through
just
the door.
gonna walk through and knock the door, and if we didn't open the door, they just gonna open it.
That's why there's that interlock is to prevent that from happening.
I know.
But the thing is like I put in a. Let me be accurate when I say this. I took a picture of it. Accuracy is key. I put in a maintenance request on December 1st, and it's now December 10th, and they still haven't fixed it yet.
What?
To fix the electrical panel,
What did I?
did they fix the outside of it?
Yeah.
They did that?
Yeah.
And then the bathtub? Not yet. And
Electrical panel that goes in the refrigerator?
yeah.
Yeah, they fixed it first before the garbage disposal.
Okay. So they got that. But yeah, the bathtub.
With the bed in the ceiling.
So okay, I stand corrected. They did fix the electrical panel.
Yeah, they did that first before the garbage disposal.
But no, there have been several cars that have been broken into, even though it's a gated community. And it seems like every time I come in, there's at least 4 cars that are tricky. Go get another one. You know, like I've had mine for what, a year and some change. I've never lost it. It's in my wallet. Or you put it in the ashtray of the car. They give you 2. You know, but it's always the same 4 or 5 cars, and you know, I don't want to be like, hey, you lost your car. But at the same time, it's like, dude, when I gotta wait 15 minutes for all these cars to go in because it's the same 5 cars, and it's like, I don't know, it's personal pet peeve of mine, I guess. But also that they're very strict about how you keep stuff on your patio, and it's like, well, then what's the point of having it?
They just have allowed to put on the patio like patio furniture, 1 to 3 plants, the grill. That's it. If you put another stuff that's not on the list, they will charge you for that.
Yeah. So, and the parking is very limited here, so it's either park inside or park out on the street. Not doing it.
You can hold it.
Yeah, not doing it. Sorry.
What?
I mean, you see every car that's parked out there, everyone's been hit. Like, no.
And tell them what happened to your motorcycle.
Oh yeah, where I park my motorcycle, there's a big central air conditioning unit here, and it sits on the 4 big concrete blocks. Well, one of the blocks takes up half of a parking spot. So I parked my motorcycle right in front of that block. So I'm not blocking anybody else's parking. And 3 other guys that have motorcycles here all park their motorcycles in the same spot. And we all know each other. And the way we do it is we each have a chain with a lock that goes to the front wheel, and there's a lock that goes through the back wheel. So if you want to take your bike out, all you have to do is remove your chain from the other 2. And apparently the other 2, they were gone, or one of them moved because, yeah, something happened with his bike, and he tore up out of here. And the other guy,
Oh man, someone's commanded. Speak Tagalog.
me speak Tagalog? Are you sure you want me to do that? I will totally butcher. I will totally butcher the language. But anyway, and so my bike was out there by
I
itself.
told you have to learn how to speak like that.
And one day I came home from work and my bike was gone. So I started looking around and I found it over by it was in where the dumpsters are and it was laid over on its side. So you can imagine next morning I was the first person in the door to talk to management. And they pretty much were like, we don't care. And so I said, well, there's a stairs right there. Can I park my bike up underneath the stairs? Therefore, I know no one's going to mess with it because it would take a lot of work to get it up and around the stairs. But you can take it the back way. So, taking it from where it was at to over by the dumpsters, you could pick up the back wheel and, I guess, push it over there. But now that I've got locks on both the front and the rear wheel, so I've got a disc lock on the front, so it ain't moving anywhere. But just their general their attitude was generally, I don't care. And I'm like, okay. But if I were to do, I don't know, $10,000 worth of damage to the apartment, they'd care about that. So, yeah, and of course, there'd be police involved at that point, which I'm trying to actively avoid. I don't want to deal with that. So I put a disc lock on there, and I put a cover on it, and I put an additional alarm on it, so it's secured. But it was just the I don't care. And it's like, really? So we moved to the new apartment. They said we have multiple people that have motorcycles. I spoke to a couple of them. They were like, yeah, nobody ever messes with anything over here. One guy had been there, 3 years? And he was like, yeah, I leave my motorcycle parked right there. I don't lock it up. There's really no reason to. I'm like, I like that. I like that a lot. So, of course, I'm still going to lock it. So that was the big thing for me. And it's close to Buc-ee's, so we can get beef jerky whenever we want.
Beef jerky!
That's a big selling point. Huge selling point. You're soon going to be able to walk across the street and go get it.
I couldn't walk across the street to go get it. No, I don't want to do that. Car is there.
We can just drive
Speak
there.
up.
You can just drive there. Take the motorcycle. But anyway, so
Let's try the motorcycle.
okay.
Isn't that too cold?
It's not too cold till the wind hits.
Oh, it's just at 67 degrees.
Yeah, fine. I wouldn't mind going for a motorcycle ride. It's been a while. I don't get to ride as much. And since I'll be closer to work, I might be able to ride in more often, saving more fuel. More fun, more environmentally friendly. But
More sound.
But yeah, the apartment that we're going to be getting is going to be a whole lot better in every single possible way. The kitchen is huge.
Oh, after that, I remember that you did the video of my human journey.
Mhm.
Now you could tell to them. You don't need to cut.
Well,
you don't need to take a lot of video.
that's
Last time he tried to take a video.
Yeah, it was
of
like
my
30 minutes long.
K1 journey,
It was 30 minutes long.
and he got 3 takes of that video.
Yeah, it still didn't come out right. It's just it's a lot of stuff and there's a lot of moving parts, but to condense it all down, if you find somebody that you love that lives outside the United States, you got to fill out an I-295 form. But before you even get started with that, you have to get your taxes in order.
No, before you started to fill up K1 visa, make sure that you have a budget.
Oh,
You
yeah.
reach the poverty line guideline, like that.
I'm getting to that.
And make sure that your relationship is genuine.
Yeah, we're getting to that.
And I know they have They have a qualification or requirements that you have 2 years something. What is it?
There's that 2 years being in a relationship.
Yeah, being in a relationship.
But yeah, before you even think about filling out that form, there's a couple things you got to do. One, you've got to get your W-2s, your 1040s, or whatever tax form you fill out, and your IRS transcripts for the last 3 years. Then you got to go down to the local county sheriff's office or police station or whatever is in your area, and you have to get a report from them saying you have no criminal charges pending or otherwise. And that's just on this side. Now, on the other side of it is you do have to have been there and back twice and save every receipt, every plane ticket. While you're there, any receipts you get, save those. We didn't save all of our receipts. We just saved the big ones.
What is it?
Like when we went to the mall and I bought you the watch, you know, the thing in Baggio, the apartment that we rented.
Oh, the hotel.
The hotel that we rented, yeah, we had to save the receipt from that.
You don't have to save that receipt. All you can they wanted is a proof of relationship, like you have photos together, the chat logs, the chat box.
If you're gonna go, in retrospect, if someone had told me this, I would have probably done it. Keep like a daily log of okay, I arrived at this date at this time, met their family.
On the photos, you have to put if you want to put what do you call it? A caption on that picture. You can put the date and what happened to that video, to that photos.
And then each day, say like, okay, I landed in the Philippines. We went to SB Mall.
SB Mall.
SM Mall. Went to this store.
What is SB Mall?
I couldn't remember the name of it, but you don't have to tell them like everything, but just say we went to this mall, spent some time there.
Before we filed K1 for someone that didn't know how we met each other, how we met on Facebook.
Yeah, they're cooking.
Did a video of cooking something.
Yeah. So.
I have a video of it, how we met each other. So you know, guys.
So, but yeah, and then that way, when you do file the I-295 or the K-1 fiance visa, you will be in a whole lot better situation.
And you have to be patient.
And yeah, you better be patient because it's really weird. It starts off fast, and then it goes slow, then it goes fast, then it goes slow. It's really weird. Because once you submit it with the payment, it's going to go to the processing center, depending on what part of the country you're in. Within a couple of weeks, you'll get an NOA-1, which is a notice of arrival, that they've received the paperwork. And then it might take 6 months, 9 months. I've heard as long as a year, depending on where they're coming from. That could be even longer. But once they submit it and they say, okay, we approve it, you'll get an NOA-2. Or you might get a REI, request for more information. RFE, request for more.
Request for initial evidence.
Yeah. And then you'll have to submit that and you'll basically start all over again. But if they get the NOA-2, which is the notice of action, it'll go to the NVC, which is the National Visa Center. Now, what that is for is there's all kinds of visas. The United States has hundreds of them. I mean, there's ones for religious people, there's one for students, there's one for employment, there's one for actors, there's one for blessed lunatics. I mean, who knows? Whatever. Well, those are limited to a certain number per year. Now, K1 and CR1, which means if you're already married, those are unlimited, of course. But on that NOA-2 form, there's a little thing right there in the upper right-hand corner. It's called an effective date. You're going to usually, if you have a K1 or a CR1, it flies to the National Visa Center very quickly. It takes about 3 weeks. And then it goes to the embassy in the country that you're trying to get that person from. So from here on in, it's all going to only apply to the Philippines because I don't know how it works anywhere else. But they'll get it, and then they'll tell you through an email, or no, you'll get a packet through DHL saying that they've received it and that you need to set up the appointment. And there's a whole bunch of other paperwork like the I-161, which is the visa. Remember, we had to do it several times because it kept
D160.
the D160. Okay, but that's to fill out the form for the actual thing that goes in her passport.
That's more important.
Yeah, and so then what caused us problems was you had to go through the CFO. Did we do it before or after? We did. We did after.
You can do it before your.
Yeah, you do it before or after. But anyway.
It's up to you guys.
But you set up the appointment, and this is my personal recommendation. Take it for what it's worth. Get a hotel room close to the embassy because, I live under the if it can't happen, it probably will.
Much better.
You don't want to be like, okay, we're going to get up at 4 o'clock. Oh, I didn't hear the alarm. Oh, the bus was late. Oh, the bus broke down. Something. If you're at the hotel, you can just walk there. Makes it very simple. You arrive. If you are checking out early, take everything with you, but realize you are going to have to leave it. We ended up keeping the hotel. I think we just left everything in the hotel other than the absolute necessity of what we needed. So we left phone, we left everything in the hotel room in the safe. So, the interview is pretty quick. I thought they might ask me questions. I thought by me being there.
Mas matagal pa nga yung paghihintay. It's tagal.
Yeah, I understood that. But anyway, I thought they might, with me being there, it'll show solidarity. They might ask me some questions. I showed you sit over there. That was the extent of what I contributed to that. But they'll tell you either they'll tell you right then, or they'll tell you the day after.
What?
That you're approved.
Oh, she told me on the spot.
Okay, so you're on the spot. Okay.
She said that okay, your case is approved and welcome to the United States of America. That's all she was.
So then after that, you had to
then
go take.
After that, she gave me a small pamphlet too, and I know it's just an instruction for what are you going to do once you get here.
And then we had to go do the CFO, which I basically sat downstairs.
CFO is an orientation that might you possibly encounter once you get here. Like if your partners was changed into something like can I speak Tagalog?
Yep.
Example, yung partner nyo nag-iba yung ugali nila, ituturo sa inyo kung saan kayo pwedeng lumapit, sa US Embassy na malapit sa inyo, kung ano yung pwede nyo gawin, mga ganun. Ganun lang sa orientation, dun sa CFO. Then after ng orientation na yun, meron yung interview, one-on-one interview in the consulate. It's just a basic question, like your background, then your relationship with your partner. And they might ask you some proof of evidence that you're having a relationship.
So, and then after that, I think you have up to 6 months to enter the United States. We had plane tickets we changed our flight so we could arrive earlier. And then once you're here, you have 90 days to get married, like the show says. You too. But then after you get married, you have to file the I-495.
Travel record.
But anyway, it's the
994?
basically adjustments.
495.
495.
Whatever.
Anyway,
It's a travel record. Travel
it's a change of status, and if
no, after you arrive here, you have to look at your travel record. I forgot where did you find it?
The I-495. It's the one that says you've arrived.
Yeah, travel document.
Yeah.
Travel record.
But you take that, and then there's an adjustment of status, and there's
after you get married, you can apply for your SSN, Social Security number.
Yep.
Some of the state they gonna apply it before their marriage, but I apply it after we get married, and it took like five weeks to receive my SSN card.
You're gonna apply for your adjustment status,
and it's still my single name. I still use my single name.
But you apply for adjustment status, employment.
You should take care of that next time. My SSN card. I should probably.
You can actually go down tomorrow. Okay. But
are they open?
Yeah. But you'll do the adjustment status, the employment verification, and the green card. Now.
So guys, dito, pag kinasal kayo, pwede kayong dalawa lang, tapos yung judge, kahit walang witness, okay lang. Unlike in the Philippines, when you get married on the judge, you have to have a witness. But when we get married, we're just the two of us, and it's the judge. It's
the judge is the witness. By the way, our judge was pretty cool. Really nice guy. Still visit. Okay. Remember? Still good.
Yeah, he's nice because he does a picture of us.
Yeah. And he made me remember. Got married. I was a married couple at 12:01. Remember, he told me, you better remember that. If not, you're going to be in some deep doo-doo. That was exact words.
That's funny. I know what he's talking about that.
A really nice guy. Did it with cowboy hat. I like that. But anyway, you'll probably get your employment verification first.
Employment verification first?
Well, no, of the documents that we got back. And then, and here's the crazy part.
The entire AOS packet?
Yeah. And the funny part is that the adjustment of status packet that you fill out is, I swear I'm not even lying about this. It's the exact same form that you filled out when you're doing the K1 visa. It's all the same stuff.
It's all the same because you just have to change your married name, your single name to married name.
That and if your address changed or your employment changed.
Yeah, and if you change your address.
So all that was basically the same thing. And then when we went for the interview, they basically just verified all that same information again. So.
It's funny because it took like 30 minutes the interview that we had last time than the interview from my K1.
Sorry about that, y'all.
But they are all nice.
Yeah. And,
why are you nervous?
Because I was like, well, what if this goes wrong? I always say, if it can go wrong, it probably will. So the thing is, if it goes right, hey, awesome. If it doesn't, I'm at least prepared.
We're just wondering why she didn't tell us that we are approved. Then after the same day, on the afternoon, my case status was changed. The card is being produced, and when I tell him that, Mahal, my case status was changed, and what did you say?
So I felt like I lost about 50 pounds. Just get rid of all that energy, that nervous energy.
Yeah.
I'm not a worrier. I'm just like, it's like in until it's over.
And the day after that, they change it again to case was approved.
I'm just like, I live under the rise of if it can go wrong, it probably
We have
will.
no idea if we were approved or not because she didn't tell us we were approved. She just tell us that we just have to wait because they just have to revise the documents or the documents that we have there or our application. They need to revise it. If we need some documents to us, we have to send it. And because of the holidays and the COVID thing, the process was getting slow, right? And it took 3 to 6 weeks to get receive my green card if I'm approved. That was said to us.
So
But it's just 1 week I received my green card.
I will say that the USCIS guys at the airport are very, very nice.
So no stress for 1.5 years. Right? Because after 1.5 years,
You got to do this again.
I have to apply the removal of condition. Hindi ibig sabihin no kapag naikasal ka na dito sa Amerika, tapos na, marami ka pang step by step na pagdadaan.
All right. So now we get to get into some really weird questions.
What question?
What?
I'm so happy we have 3 loyal subscribers.
My guys.
Okay. So then.
What have you noticed here? Yeah.
You always ask me that.
No.
What have you noticed once you arrive here? When you arrive here?
No. What is one thing here that you can't wrap your head around?
Huh?
Like what is
Tagalog.
I don't know what the word for wrap around is. I don't know what the word for anything
I'm not
is.
gonna answer it in English if you doesn't say it in Tagalog.
I can't speak Tagalog. That's like saying Latin.
It's unfair. He speaks Spanish, but he doesn't speak Tagalog.
I live in Texas.
He couldn't speak Tagalog. It's just the basic thing.
Everybody here speaks
Just a
English
basic
and Spanish.
Tagalog.
I grew up speaking Spanish. But what's one thing here that just absolutely confuses you? You're like, I don't get it. Like, why is this the way it is? Because I live here and there's still things that make me go, what? What?
It's on my mind. Can you get it?
Nope.
It's on my mind. Can you get it?
But she's working on December 31st. You're going to go for your driver's license.
It's great.
Not now. Everybody knows.
Oh my god,
Well, now 3 people know.
I took a practice earlier and I hit the post. But it's just
It's meant to be hit.
yeah. It doesn't roll or anything. It's because that's my first time to do the parallel.
I don't know why we have to do the because you might drive in New York City.
I did once that I don't hit the post. Then when I did it the second try and third try, I hit it. Because sabi niya, okay, back up, turn left. See? You got confused.
No, it's because when you're backing up,
Like, back up. Okay, turn left. Oh. You know what I'm gonna do? Turn right.
I'm not even gonna lie to anyone and say I'm a master parallel parker. I'm like, oh, parallel parking. Oh, I'm all through. Now I can parallel park a semi truck.
But the good thing is, I can park in between of the 2 cars.
I get it.
I get it.
Slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of this comes with just experience in doing it. It really is.
I have to use
You'll
to
find
it.
your own way.
I have to use to it.
The other thing is you're also driving the Ford, which
Yeah,
is
it's kind of big. It's hard to turn it right, turn it left, unlike the Honda.
Yeah. Well, compared to the Honda, yeah.
And it has a back camera.
Yeah, but they may cover that up.
I don't think so. I'm gonna ask Kimberly.
Probably ask her.
A shout out to all of my friends, Kimberly.
Kimberly Lucky and Joseph Lucky.
And who else? Annalie.
Your family.
Yeah, my family in the Philippines.
My dad down in Mexico.
Yeah. Hi, Dad. Hi, Jimmy.
And the dogs. Don't forget the dogs.
And Dexter. And of course, Onay. Onay is our dog in the Philippines. Not Onay in the show. I named it Onay because my dog or our dog is too small. So we call it Onay.
So the truth comes out. Onay was named after a TV.
And now Onanay. Onanay is a show in the Philippines. And there's one, the lead actress there is, she have a birth visit, and she named that Onay. Because
she's a little person with a little show.
Yeah. And that's it. Hello to my family in the Philippines. Wow. Wow. Especially my nanay and tatay. Ow!
I miss them.
And itlog.
Of course they love Mr. 5 Pesos.
Mr. 5 pesos.
No, it's Mr. 5 Pesos.
It's Mr. 5 pesos.
As he gets older, he'll be Mr. 10 Pesos.
Stop for them.
With inflation, it'll be 10 Pesos. Yeah. So, anyway, what was I talking about? The house, yeah. So once we get the house, I'm going to start my own YouTube channel about home repair, car repair, and woodworking and all that. Planning for that. But that's in the future. That's at least a year away.
Yep.
Probably one thing we can get is camera equipment.
You know what, guys? We have a motorcycle, which is the Harley Davidson Sportster 2007. Yeah, and it's made
2006, 7, 8. It's made from like my motorcycle's a basket case. It's made from a bunch of.
It's because it's made from scratch.
Yeah. The only thing that isn't made from scratch is the frame. Everything else has been pieced from other people's bikes or parts or.
He did that by himself.
Yeah. So that's what I love when people are like, "Man, you can afford Harley." Not really. I can afford it in small bites. So, but we just wanted a chance to let you come see us, see how we are when we're off the camera, I guess is the word, and see that we really are just goofballs. We really are.
You're the goofball.
So, if you have any questions, any comments, or anything you'd like to know about us, we were thinking about doing an AMA, Ask Me Anything.
AMA?
Yeah, like Ask Me
for
anything.
You?
Yeah.
It's for you, not for me.
Hey,
don't ask me anything. I'm not good in answer.
I don't see.
If you want something to know, just ask him.
Yeah.
I'm sure that he's gonna answer right away. Whole thing.
Works every time.
Whole thing.
No, the dead joke.
Whole thing.
funny, but not really.
Oh yeah, that's not a joke. I smell that. I smell that. I smell it. That's deadly. That's deadly. Oh my god, that's not a joke. It's reality.
Well, see you later, guys. I think I've about killed her.
Hold on. Well, see you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye. No, I don't like. I don't like.
Yeah. I know.
You-
Turn it off.
You have to